Welcome once again um, to our third section. And in the previous section, we were looking at what is management. And in this section, we are going to start looking at what is leadership and who is a leader. And before we go through the slides, I would want us to think about leadership. When you talk about leadership, what are you talking about? Actually, leadership is about influence. Influence. It is the ability to influence people. What does that mean? That means that you are able, people are able to listen to you. It could be through the way you communicate. It could be the way you dress. It could be the way you talk. It could be the way you carry yourself. You know, it is the ability to influence people. When you look at the people around us, look at probably the politicians. That I would give that as the perfect example of leadership. Why do we vote for a certain person and not the other person? What makes them appealing to us? It could be the way they communicate to us. It could be the way they are talking. It could be the way they dress. It could be the way they present their issues. All that is influence. I would also want us to think about a group of children playing in a playground. Why do all the children tend to listen to one child? Because of leadership. Probably this child has something that they are able to influence the other kids to listen to them. And maybe another example I would be giving is in our organizations. Look at the unions. Most of our organizations, the union leaders may not really be managers of a certain department or a team leader, but they probably could even be a support staff. But at the end of the day, they are able to influence people to listen to them. How do they do that? Probably it is through the way they communicate. They are able to influence people to listen to them. Therefore, leadership is the ability to use motivational strategies to inspire individuals or groups to work toward achieving a common goal. So, leadership is about inspiring people. Leadership is about people. Management is about systems and processes and, focusing on achieving the goal through systems and processes. But now leadership looks at people. How do you inspire people? How do you motivate people? How do you encourage people? How do you involve them in achieving a common goal? We are also saying it is the ability to encourage people to do their best. It is the ability to earn the respect of others and give respect to those who deserve it. It is the ability to be honest and fair, provide direction to others, use the talents, efforts, creativity, and synergy of a group in a way that will produce positive results. So leadership is about togetherness. When you talk about leadership, you're talking about bringing people together, collaboration, collaboration in decision making. It is about bringing people together and involving them in the management processes. And when we look at the next slide, we are saying that what is leadership? Look at that picture. When you look at that picture, you see that the leader is the guy in the middle in black, and the followers are the other 6 people on the side. And leadership is about inspiration and motivation, having a can-do personality and a strong leadership. And when we look at, we are saying leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. Remember, the world is moving from a more centralized top-down form of leadership. that is about titles and flow charts and all that, and it is moving to a more open door, inclusive, decentralized form of leadership, where managers are involving employees in management. And don't get me wrong, as you will see as we go through the presentation, I am not saying, remember, there are two aspects here that we are talking about. There is one aspect that we call task-oriented, the task-oriented aspect, and there is the other extreme, that is the relationship-oriented aspect. So the task-oriented person is a person that focuses more on the task, on achieving the task, on doing what the organization, on the processes and systems. But on the other extreme, where we are talking about the relationship oriented, is the kind of relationship where you involve people. That is why it is called relationship oriented, where you are looking at how do we use people, how do we include people, how do we involve people in the achievement of the task. And therefore, a good leader or a good manager is a person that is able to combine the both aspects, the relationship aspect and the task aspect, so that you are there in the middle, where you are able to push people to achieve their goals, while at the same time you are able to create relationships within the work environment. So that is what leadership is. And this brings me to the end of the third section. We are going to take another short break, and we shall be back shortly to look now, to critically look at the difference between the two aspects, that is management and leadership. Thank you very much, and I will see you shortly.